Jeremy Clarkson said that people his age, in his own words, have those violent fantasies about, throwing excrement at Meghan Markle. And my family, this guy was wrong. Very, very much wrong. Because from what I just heard in LBC News, a 91-year-old woman was not impressed by the royal family and had a lot of things to say about King Charles, my family. She had a lot of things to say about King Charles. And if I'm the royal family, I'm worried that a 91-year-old woman thinks in the manner that she does. If I'm the royal family, who cares about optics, how it looks? Then I'm concerned. I'm worried. And my family, I want you to hear what a 91-year-old woman thought about Jeremy Clarkson's disgusting rhetoric about Meghan Markle. When I heard that, I felt a sense of hope that all is not lost in the UK. And I also felt that, indeed, Jeremy Clarkson was wrong when he said that people his age think the same way as he does. Those disgusting dreams, vile dreams that he has about Meghan Markle. My family, I want you to hear yourself what this 91-year-old woman said. From King Charles, I'm concerned. From Camilla, I'm concerned. If I'm William and Hamilton, I am worried. My family, please, kindly hear this, please, my family.
Hello, I'm 91 years of age, so I can remember the last coronation.
And what did you do for that, Joe?
Now, I tell you what happened then.
Okay.
We were united. We loved the old Queen because she stayed in Buckingham Palace with during the war, so we really felt together. As regards this coronation, the crown should pay for it. And not only that, I'd be far, far more impressed if King Charles really slated Jeremy Clarkson for what he did to his daughter-in-law.
My family, have you heard that? The thought of a 91-year-old woman telling King Charles that she will be far more impressed if the royal family, if King Charles slated Jeremy Clarkson for what he said about Meghan Markle. Those disgusting, vile rhetoric towards Meghan Markle from Jeremy Clarkson. My family, the royal family should be concerned. Charles should be worried because this is the demographic that even the royal family believe they don't have to worry about. They're worried about the young people, the young population. Will they want a monarchy? That's who they are concerned about. If the old age, people who have, old age, like this 91-year-old woman, an amazing woman at that, speak this way, are unimpressed with the royal family silence at the fact that Meghan was abused and they're keeping quiet, my family, royals, should be worried because they're more invested in the young population, in what they think about the monarchy, to ensure the survival of the monarchy. Yet they are losing the people, who have old age. They are losing them. My family, please continue hearing this. And we're going to talk with you. I'm happy about it. I'm happy that the royal family are losing people. I'm happy because of their own actions. Because of their own actions. Please continue hearing this, please.
Not only that, I'd be far, far more impressed if King Charles really slated showing the right sort of quality. The present monarchy knows we are people are sleeping on the streets, going to the food banks. They cannot say that they do not know what's going on here.
People are sleeping on the streets. People are sleeping on the streets. People are living on food banks. They cannot claim to not know what is going on. On top of that, King Charles' daughter-in-law has just been abused in the worst way possible. And once again, King Charles lives up to the person that he is, a miserable human being, a miserable husband to Lady Diana, a miserable father to Prince Harry, a miserable father-in-law to Meghan Markle. You know, when Meghan joined the royal family, she joined out of love for Prince Harry. And she joined also in the hopes that she was gaining a family. Instead, what she gained was not a family, but rather a farm, a business. Because that's what they are, unworthy of being called a family. And I'm happy that now Meghan is building a future for herself, for her son Archie, for her daughter Lady Diana. And may they long be prosperous. May they long be happy. May they always thrive each and every single day of their lives, my family. That is my wish for both Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Once again, we condemn hate in the strongest terms possible, something that Charles clearly does not have the guts to do. To defend someone he claims to love. Royals lie so much to the public, and the public even are fed up. For those who have heard of the French Revolution, my family, on how they got rid of their monarchy, my family, let me say what happened in just briefly what happened during that time in the French Revolution. My family, people in France, subjects, were starving. Starving. My family. Well, the royal family in France lived in luxury, happiness, you know, kind of like how things are right now in the royal household. The monarchy lives in riches, a great lifestyle, taxpayer-funded lifestyle. And the money they are allocated each year keeps on increasing by the year. Even during a pandemic, probably even during a pandemic, when most people were indoors, the royal family got more money for being indoors. My family, people in the UK right now, are sleeping outside. There is a homelessness crisis in the UK. A homelessness crisis in the UK. People are living on food banks. The cost of electricity in the UK has gone sky high. Sky high. My family. And during the French Revolution, you know, in that time, it was roughly the same thing that happened. People were starving. Subjects were starving. And the king at the time, the rulers at the time, they said, give them, you know, they were asking, what's wrong with the people? What's wrong? Because they were out of touch with the people, with their subjects, whom they treated as slaves. Kind of like how the royal family are treating its subjects like slaves. They treated their subjects like slaves. And people are asking, you know, we want food, we want food. We want bread. They wanted bread. That's what they wanted. And the ruler at the time was told about, you know, the struggles of the people. And what did he say? He said, if there is no bread, give them cake. The people found out about it. And they went there, they stormed the palace and got rid of their royal family. They got rid of their rulers, the French Revolution. Kindly go ahead and read about what happened in the French Revolution more. And the same thing is happening in the UK. Don't mess with someone's stomach. Someone's food, they say. Someone's food. I think that's a better word. Don't mess with someone's food. Someone, whenever they want to eat, they'll do everything in their power to eat. Nobody wants to starve. No one. And in the UK, with the rising cost in the UK, cost of living in the UK, people are struggling. The royal family must know about the struggles of the people. King Charles, once upon a time, gave an address saying that, talking about the cost of living crisis, while sitting in a, golden throne, practically, going to parliament in a golden carriage, talking about the cost of living crisis, showing that he's out of touch with the people. He does not understand anything about it. My family, and now a 91-year-old woman, talking about the coronation, but how the taxpayers will pay and foot the bill for King Charles' coronation instead of the royal family being billionaires. I remember that the Queen's net worth was pegged at around 500 million pounds. If you believe the Queen was worth 500 million pounds, you're a fool. Let me see that. Let me see it again. Let me see it again. If you believe that the Queen was worth 500 million pounds only, you are a fool. Royal family are worth billions, and yet they keep taking and taking and taking and taking from the public, from the taxpayer. They keep taking and taking and taking and taking from the taxpayer. They never stop. Never. And even when something that they can fund on their own, which they can, like a funeral for the Queen, the late Queen, like the coronation, which they can pay for themselves, still the taxpayer is the one footing the bill. My family. I remember even watching The Crown at how the royals were begging for Parliament for the Prime Minister to ensure that they get a yacht, a royal yacht. That's what they wanted. A royal yacht they wanted. If you saw how Philip, the person who played that role, was begging for that yacht. My family. Yet they are billionaires, and even they were told, in The Crown, for instance, they were told that they can foot the bill themselves, but still, that's not what they wanted to hear. They wanted the public to foot the bill. The royal family needs to be very, very careful with angering the public. They bully Harry and Meghan to deflect from just how they are, who they are. And the royals in the royal household are very, very greedy. Very, very greedy. And they keep on leeching off of the taxpayer. They should be careful. My family, they should be careful. They don't anger the public. Very, very careful. The royal family's PR is second to no one in this entire world. And perhaps that's why they are so afraid of it turning on them. Because if they do turn on them, then the monarchy would collapse in just a single day. And my family, I want to say this first of all, my family, because the things that have been happening, have just been so wrong. The bullying of Harry and Meghan to deflect from the royal family's, actions, behaviors, activities, like Charles receiving money from dubious sources. Like how Charles right now is footing the bill, paying the bill for Prince Andrew security. I'm telling you, my family, if you ever wonder why Harry and Meghan are bullied, if you ever wonder why the royal family still is feeding Harry and Meghan to the wolves, it's because it knows the things that they do, who they are not good people. And in a documentary, even Rupert Murdoch, told someone who said what Murdoch said about the royal family. Murdoch, someone described by President Joe Biden as a dangerous man, said those are not good people. And that's coming from Rupert Murdoch. That is not a good family. That is coming from Rupert Murdoch himself. So my family, basically, that's who they are. They are not good people. Royals are just not good people. And they hated how Meghan was loved by the public. They hated jealousy within the royal household because of Harry and Meghan's fame, the attention they received from the media and from the public itself. And my family, I want to continue hearing the thoughts of this 91-year-old woman, because this is the demographic the royal family believes it has in the palm of its hands. But it's clear the hold, the influence on this demographic, like this 91-year-old woman calling LBC, clearly they are losing hold of this demographic because of their vile actions. My family, could King Charles be the last king of the UK? That remains to be seen. My family, but please, kindly hear this kindly. Continue hearing.
And so I think he knows people are sleeping on the streets, going to the food banks. They cannot say that they do not know what's going on here. And so I think it's outrageous. I think a lot of people now will be struggling. And how dare Ricky turn around and say that it's going to be glorious and all this, that, and t'other. People are struggling. I work with a food bank and the homeless and things like that. So at the moment, I'm not impressed, because what they should have done, Charles should immediately have slated Jeremy Clarkson for saying such vile things about his daughter-in-law. I would never have stood for that. And I think most men and women parents would never have stood for that. How dare they stand aside? So as regards, all the pomp and so forth and so on. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and all that sort of thing. I'm English to the core. But we have a cruel regime, in Tudor times, and, the same sort of cruelty is going on now.
We have a cruel regime, my family. A cruel regime. They're not being called a regime. A regime. By demographic, the royal family fully believes are in the palm of their hands. Are in the palm of their hands. King Charles, Camilla, Kate, and William should be concerned about this. The biggest threat to the monarchy is not Harry and Meghan, who are bullied every day by the tabloid media. No. Who are abused every day by the farm. No. The biggest threat to the monarchy is itself. Is King Charles. Is William. Is Kate. Is Camilla. Is themselves. Is the evil courtiers. Themselves. You're hearing a 91-year-old woman saying that people in the UK are struggling. You want to tell me that Charles does not know that? Of course he knows that. Does he care? No. My opinion, he does not care one bit. He only cares about the money you're going to be paying him every single year. He cares about it increasing every year. I just loved the crown, the part whereby they were begging. Forgive me for mentioning this a couple of times, but I love how they were begging. Do you know that yacht is a symbol of service of the queen? Do you know that it's of significance to the queen? I just love the language that they used. I swear to you, I loved it. And my family, I'm telling you, royal family are just out of touch with the people. Out of touch with the people. And if they lose this demographic, my family, they should be concerned. They should be worried. Very, very concerned. My family. Very, very concerned. I know I would be. I know I would be. My family, I also remember something, because Boris Johnson, when he was Prime Minister, also wanted to bring back the royal yacht. And he said the £250 million royal yacht will let the UK show itself off to the world. The yacht was supposed to belong to members of the royal family. But yet, the former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, said that the £250 million yacht, royal yacht, will let the UK show itself off the world. I'm telling you, I love the language. I just love it. When you are ripping off the public, I love the language that they use. I love the PR employee, even in the Crown. For those who watched, the language, this yacht is a symbol of the service to the Queen. It's important to her, I love the language. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This language is what I find very, very funny, when members of the royal family are busy ripping off the public, asking the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, to ensure that funds are allocated to purchase a £250 million royal yacht with the words, it will let the UK show itself off to the world. I love this language. I love this. I love this language. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. And make no mistake, this request comes from the royal family. It comes from them. They're the ones asking for it. And they're billionaires. They're so rich. So rich. But they want to continue digging on the public money. Taking from the public. My family, people in the UK, it's your leaders, it's your rulers, but I find it very funny. I find it very, very funny, And I feel sorry also for you because you have a cost of living crisis. And the royal family are more interested in a yacht for themselves. I feel so sad for them. I feel so sad for the public, my family. Kindly continue hearing the words of this remarkable 91-year-old woman. She also said that if this were my family, I would never let anyone abuse my child in this manner. Never. Never. And that's why we say members of the royal family are not a family. They are a firm. They are a business. They are a business, not a family. Continue hearing this, please, kindly.
And Joan, just you...
He's turned aside. So as regards, all the pomp and so forth and so on. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and all that sort of thing. English to the core. But we have a cruel regime, in Tudor times, and, the same sort of cruelty is going on now. I'm not impressed. press.
And Joan, just you remember the first coronation? Do you remember that fondly?
Oh yeah, because we were together. The old queen had stayed, she said, now I can look the EastEnders in the eye, as she tiptoed through the rubble. We were united, we felt good, we felt together, and, all that sort of thing. And as regards this, it's a sheer mockery to have a coronation, until that man turns around and says to Jeremy Clarkson, you're vile, really goes for him. Because I think what a lot of people will do now is turn towards Harry and Meghan. And also Duchess Michael, I think it was, actually wore a brooch with a little slave girl, black slave girl. There. How dare they?
Joan.
How dare they?
Joan in Mason, thank you.
How dare they? How dare they? She is speaking about Princess Michael of Kent, who wore a racist brooch when Meghan was first introduced to the family as Prince Harry's girlfriend. My family, formally introduced to members of the royal family. My family, King Charles William should be concerned about this, very concerned about this. And as you can see, the threat to the royal family, the monarchy, does not come from Harry and Meghan. It doesn't. It comes from the actions of senior members of the royal family. King Charles, William, Camilla, King Milton. Camilla was caught out dining with Jeremy Clarkson. And right after dining with Queen Consort Camilla, Jeremy Clarkson went ahead to incite violence against Meghan Markle. They are complicit. They are behind the attacks. Let no one ever tell you otherwise. Meghan, we stand by your side. Meghan, we are with you. Meghan, we love you. Let me read a couple of more comments from people, who, in response to this video from this 91-year-old woman. Now, someone said that incredibly powerful account of Joanne's own lived experience and what citizenry should demand of its costliest welfare project. I love that. Its costliest welfare project, the British monarchy. How dare they indeed? And if they are forced to finally take a stand, remember, they are distract techniques, my family. And to distract from what has been happening, what has the royal family done? It's announced a couple of more, like Kim Milton will be in charge of the Irish Guards, Camilla, in charge of this, William, that. That's what they've done to try and, distract from the abuse of Meghan Markle. To try and distract from Camilla having parties with Jeremy Clarkson and people who abuse Meghan Markle. Now, my family, someone else said this, that 91-year-old, I'm still working in a food bank. Meanwhile, we have roles less than half her age who only work, meaning photo ops, for the equivalent of less than 3 months a year. My family, remember, phone calls are counted as royal engagements. My family, someone said that big hugs to Joanne from across the pond. People think only the youth believe, in fairness, justice, and kindness. It's not true. Good people come in all ages. Indeed. I like that. Now, someone else said that, beautifully said, unfortunately, the palace still remain quiet. Now, someone said that you can't condemn what you instigated and encouraged, and the palace has encouraged and instigated the abuse of Meghan Markle, and they don't want it to stop. My family, Someone said this, that just when I was beginning to lose all hope in LBC callers, Joanne comes in and saves the day. Thank you, Joanne. Someone said that. The family. My family. Someone said that the royal family survival instinct informs their cautiously symbiotic relationship with the press. They know the press need the royal family, Sobobra, as much as the royal family need the backing of the press to remain popular. Charles has just got his, bum on the big chair. He won't say a thing. Someone said that. Someone else said that he, nor his mother, said anything when Meghan's child, Archie, was racially abused. I have no expectation of them saying anything now, especially when Camilla was behind the latest abuse of Meghan Markle. Someone said that. Someone called Jennifer said that he has never behaved like a father. Someone said that. So why would you think that he will behave as a father now? Someone says that. My family. How very dare they indeed, Joanne? They have gotten comfortable with their lies and manipulation, and that's a big mistake. Someone said that Joanne brought a tear to my eyes. She has seen so much, and bless her, she is standing up for Meghan Markle. She's doing more than what the royal family have never ever done, ever, to protect Meghan Markle. Now, someone said that Charles did not defend his own wife Diana against being hounded to death, lest we forget. Someone said that. My family. She's correct. Their silence is shameful. Someone said that. This country needs more people like Joanne, upstanding for decency, kind, and principled. Someone said that. Someone shared a photo of Kimilton, where Kensington Palace gave a rare comment to deny reports that Kimilton got baby Botox. The palace does intervene, but they've never intervened to defend and protect Meghan Markle from racial abuse. However, they claim to be a very much not racist royal family. The biggest lie ever told, once again. My family, I have read enough comments. Please tell me what you think about what Joanne said. I believe King Charles will be concerned about this demographic, whom they think, are with the monarchy completely in the palm of their hands. Clearly, they're losing influence. That's clear, and I'm happy about that. And I hope it leads to the abolition of the monarchy. My family, please tell me what you think kindly. I want to hear your opinion, please. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. And stay tuned to our next video. Love your family always and forever. God bless Prince Harry, Meghan, Ashley, Diana, and Doria Ragland, and all of the members of the squad at home. Love you always and forever. And thank you to Joanne for being decent enough, to say what you have said. What kind of father, what kind of family cannot condemn abuse towards their own, daughter-in-law or sister-in-law? It's simple. They are not a family. They're a farm, and they are very much dysfunctional. No one should look up to the royal family as an idealized family on how it should be like. No. They are not worthy of being called a family. And that's the truth and nothing but the truth. My family, please stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Diana, and Doria Ragland, and all of you members of the squad at home. Keep condemning hate. Keep condemning racism. Hate won't win. Love wins. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.